That is the rhythm of every day, but it doesn't stop there. Eric will then give you one homework assignment every day. And it will be your responsibility to post that in the group and let us know in the group that you did that homework assignment. The group is about to light up on fire. It's already been on fire. Eric's last training last week had 300,000 views in 3 or 4 days. How about we get one day where there's millions of views? How about we get one day where there's over 1 million views? You guys committed to that? That's the rhythm of what to be expecting over the next 7 days. Now, here is one of the biggest ways. We are going to be giving away tens of thousands of dollars of prizes and awards to people who actually are taking action, who are doing the homework, yes, who are actually recruiting. We're going to give you a couple of tools today, yes. You want to know one of the biggest ways that you're going to actually gain points and prizes? By sharing and inviting other people into the group. You can right now share this video before we get started. You can actually do a watch party and post it to your page, not this group's page. We're already in here. We don't need anybody. We got everybody in here. We need the outside world, the industry, to come in here. And how you do that is every day you share. You share this. You can share this right now. You can do a watch party right now. You can do either one of those right now. I want to encourage you. Will you go do that right now on Facebook, backstage? Hey, leaders, I'm asking you guys to do that. Like, everybody, will you share this and bring more people in? Because Eric, I'm calling it. You said it's going to be the biggest recruiting week in the history. I also believe that one day we're going to see over 1 million views. That's what we're believing, for 1 million views in here. So I want to encourage you, every day when we get going, share or a watch party. And when we're done, you can go to the top of the Facebook page and invite people in. Invite your team in. Invite your upline in. Invite your downline in. I want you to invite them into this because it's going to be an epic, epic week. And so one thing I do want to say, I'm going to be really, really firm about this, and I've already seen it. Instantly, like we are, any recruiting, any solicitation, any poaching, you'll be banned immediately. Like we have one click of a button and you're out. And we will do it immediately. Is it worth doing that and jeopardizing what you can gain through the knowledge and expertise? 7 days of the wisdom and the implementation will change your life. Trying to poach or, solicit or do any of that, it's just going to set you back. And that's such a scarcity way to do things. So don't do that. It's not welcome in this group. And when you have hundreds of thousands of people, it can be a really, really difficult thing. So I want to really encourage you not to do that. And so I know the team, I've got just a couple more things here. Listen, for tracking purposes, I want you to write this down. This is an important link, and I want you to turn it in every day. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/tracker. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/tracker. We want to keep track of how many new customers and how many distributors that you are bringing in this week. That's the goal. It's not for it to happen next week. It's for it to happen today and tomorrow and the next 5 days. And so every day we're going to ask you to submit that. Submit that. It's just a submission and we'll know your name. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay attention to the leaderboard, the comprehensive number, because here's the thing, Eric, thousands of companies are represented this week, but we're here as an industry, as a profession. And so we're all going to win this week. And we're going to keep track of that grand total, but we're also going to be paying attention to the people who are the ones knocking it out of the park the most, the individuals that are really showing up and doing the work. I can assure you that there will be lots of prizes, lots of cash prizes. I know Eric's even said he's going to give away some of his $5,000 tickets to his GoPro virtual, where you're going to get to come out to Vegas and be behind the scenes and be on site and actually get to see it live. Several of those are going to be given out this week. Plus iPods and iPads and cash and all sorts of goodies for the people who show up and do the homework, people who share and bring other folks into the group, and people who recruit in their own businesses outside of this group. That's how you're going to win a lot of prizes. We're going to be giving a lot of prizes away. So here's what I want to encourage you to do before I bring Eric on. And Rachel, I need to know about the recordings, and Brooke, I need to know about that. So if you can box me that, that'd be amazing. Here's what I want to encourage you to do. Every day, we're going backstage with the speakers, the recruiters, and Eric. And backstage basically means we're no longer on Facebook and we're backstage just on Zoom. Hey, backstage, I can see all of you guys. What's up? What's up? I can see y'all. And every day we go a little bit deeper with some inside scoop from those speakers. You're going to be back there with Dean and Trent and Marie and all of these recruiters. I see a lot of folks here. Guys, if you can just move your icon over here. I see Jefferson back here today, and I see Eric back here today. I see a lot of people back here today. Backstage is one of the most valuable places that you can be. And on Wednesday of this week, the price of backstage will go up. If you have not got your backstage recording, go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/backstage. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/backstage and get that. I'm telling you, the access that you have, there it is on your screen right there, the access that you have with all of those speakers backstage is invaluable. Your questions will be answered, as well as not just your questions answered. The other piece is the insight that you'll gain will be extremely, extremely valuable. And so I want to encourage you guys to do that. Last thing I want you to do is you're gonna miss out on a few things if we don't have your email. If you got invited into this Facebook group from us and you've never gotten an email, you're going to be missing out on recaps and different tools and different announcements that we make. If you aren't getting an email from us, make sure to go to GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, GoProRecruitingChallenge.com, and put your email in so that you can get access to all of the announcements and the goodies that we're sending out over the course of the next week, tools and some templates and some different things that we're sending. And before I bring on our host and the leader for the week of this, and the man that wanted to do this and do this in a very powerful way, and I'm honored to be a part of this, is I want to encourage you. I want to remind you that every day the trainings are up for 24 hours. 24 hours. And then there's lots of tools and templates as well that we post. The place to do that is in the Facebook group under the announcements section. There's a button at the top of the Facebook group that says announcements. Announcements. Any recording from the last day or any tool and template is up there in the announcements section. That's where you can find just about anything at all. And so make sure that you're paying attention to that as well. And so guys, I'm excited. It's going to be a historic week. I know Eric's excited. All of these speakers are excited. I hope you're excited. And so guys, as I presented this to Eric and I said, Eric, let's do a huge challenge, Eric and Marina were like, let's do it. And that's what brings us to today. It seems like it's been forever that we had the conversation, and him and his team have worked their tails off to pull off this power punch in November, to set you up to finish the year strong and help you set 2021 up to be big. And so I want you guys on Facebook, backstage, to give a lot of massive love to your host of this challenge. And I want to also give some love to Mama Marina as well, but your host of this challenge, Mr. Eric Worre. Give it up for Eric, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that very much. How's everybody doing? Are you ready to go? Listen, we have right now, before we started this, we had about 160,000 people that had joined the challenge. I think that number is going to go way up today. Right now, there's 42,000 people on Facebook Live watching this on a couple different pages. 42,000, and it's growing. So we're going to give you some training so you can become a recruiting machine. That's what this is all about. But before I start that, first thing I want to do is say today is Veterans Day in the United States. It's Remembrance Day in Canada. And for those who have served in the armed services, whether it's here in North America or around the world, we want to say we appreciate you. We congratulate you. We thank you for your service. We thank you for your sacrifice. We thank you for your contribution. We enjoy freedoms because of you. Thank you for all of that. Second thing I want to say is I'm in a giving mood today. We're going to be giving you some training, but I also want to give away some free stuff. So here's all you have to do to be eligible to get the free stuff. All you have to do is share this training while we're in this training. You have to click on the share button and you've got to share this training right now. If you share this, we're going to do a drawing at the end of today. I'm going to give away an iPad, an iPad mini, an iPhone 12, $500 in cash for 5 people, and 5 tickets to GoPro. Okay? To all those different people. 5 tickets to GoPro, 5 different $500 prizes, an iPad, iPad mini, and an iPhone 12. All of those are going to be given away for free, just for fun. If you click on the share button, you'll be entered into the drawing, and we will draw at random at the end of this broadcast. Now, let's get into it. Why are we doing a recruiting challenge? I'll tell you why we're doing a recruiting challenge. We're doing a recruiting challenge because recruiting is the biggest pain point in network marketing. There is no bigger pain point in our profession. I remember when I got involved in this profession, I joined because I thought of some people that would probably join too. And I was shocked when I went to those people and they didn't want to join. I was like, no, you were the reason why I signed up in the first place. Why are you saying no? This is so annoying. And second, I had some friends that was like, oh man, if we could work together, that would be so much fun. So in my mind, I had a plan that me and my friends were going to do this together. Family members were part of that plan. Some friends were part of that plan. So when I went to them and they said, nah, not interested. No, thanks. I was like, no. So the second thing that I was shocked to find out is I thought that prospects would at least be willing to take a look. They'd at least be willing to hear what I had. But as soon as I started saying something, hey, excuse me, I've got something I want to share. They're like, nope, not interested. I haven't even shared it with you. No, but yeah, that's fine, but I'm not interested. Like, wow, what in the world is going on? So I will tell you, in the early stages of my career, the only thing that kept me going was I was desperate. And I had no place else to go. If I had lots of other options, maybe I would have chosen those other options, but thank goodness I didn't. And I finally learned how to recruit. And this week, we're going to teach you how to recruit on demand. All the people you're going to hear from, not necessarily the celebrities, but everybody else you're going to hear from, they can recruit any day they feel like it. And they can recruit multiple people any day they feel like it. And they're going to show you how you can have that same type of breakthrough in your life and in your business, okay? So, first pain point was my personal recruiting. We're going to help you with that. Second pain point was my team. I could recruit, but my team couldn't. You ever see the training where you bring in 5 people and they bring in 5 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 and you got like thousands of people? Well, that wasn't what my team looked like at all. I sponsored like 30 people and those people together sponsored like 14 total. So, and in truth, they didn't really sponsor them. I did. They just introduced me to some people and I brought them in. I was the only recruiter on the whole team. I was recruiting everybody's prospects. And that took a while for me to learn how to teach people how to recruit. And we're going to teach you how to recruit this week. okay? So even if you're nervous, if you're scared, if you're unsure, just know you're in good hands. We have 20 of the most prolific recruiters in the world that are going to be sharing with you. We have some of the greatest thought leaders going to be helping you with the emotional breakthrough to grow your business. I'm excited to be able to do all of that with you. So what I want to talk about, I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about a very simple, maybe 10 minutes, giving you some training before I introduce you to some of the recruiting trainers. And I want to give you a very simple approach that every one of you can use with your family and with your very close friends. With your family and with your very close friends. And if you've been involved in network marketing for a while, we call this the hot market. There's a warm market, people you know, hot market, people who know you really, really well. And these people are not going to give you a break, and these people are going to be pretty tough, and these people are going to judge you based upon your past, and these people sometimes can throw cold water on your dreams. Anybody ever had that? Anybody ever had that happen to them? You know, put a number 5 in the comments if you've ever had that happen to you with family and friends, throwing cold water on your dreams. There's a lot of them. Man, the chat is going so fast. It's unbelievable. 48,000 people live right now, not counting all the people at work and are going to watch the replay in the next 24 hours. 48,000 people. So I want to help you with that. If you're brand new and you haven't talked to your family and friends yet, just be grateful, because I'm going to give you an approach. And if you already have talked to your family and friends and they've shut you down, I'm going to give you an approach, a hot market approach that every one of you can use to be able to get results. Okay? Get results. And here's the goal: to get your family and close friends to support you, number 1. And number 2, to turn them into customers. Okay? So this isn't about necessarily recruiting distributors right now. This is about getting support from your close friends and family and turning those people into customers. Okay? So here's the approach. Let's say I am talking with Emily and I'm saying, Emily, and let's say Emily's my sister. Okay? I call up Emily, and step one in the hot market is to compliment. So write that down. Step 1 is compliment your close friend or family member. And here's how I want you to compliment them. So if I call up Emily, she's my sister, and I do have a sister named Emily, by the way. And I say, Emily, hey, listen, do you have a minute? And she says yes. I just want to thank you, because one of the things that means the world to me is I know that we give each other a hard time and we joke around and we kid around, but I also know that you have my back. I also know that you'll support me. I know that you're in my corner, that you want to see me succeed, that, you know, I just really appreciate that about you. So this is a time to thank the friend for being a friend. Thank the family member for being the family member. Compliment them on how they show up in your life. Even if they don't show up that much, but when they do, that means something to you. So compliment number 1. Number 2, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. So compliment number 1, number 2, be vulnerable. I've joined a business and I'm really excited about it, but I'm also a little nervous. You know, I'm a little scared. And don't worry. So 1, compliment. 2, be vulnerable. 3, remove them as a prospect for a distributor. Disqualify them as a prospect. Okay? This is really important. 1, compliment. 2, be vulnerable. 3, say, listen, Emily, before you worry about this, I do not want to sign you up. I don't want you to be on my team. I'm not going to be pressuring you to join my organization. So don't even worry about it. Which is, they're going to go, whoa, okay, cool. Right? And it's also going to, the reverse psychology of that is going to make them want to learn more versus you pushing it on them. So, right? Compliment, vulnerability, compliment, what was the second one?
Vulnerable.
Huh? Vulnerable, and then
Vulnerable.
authentic. Thank you. I got to write down my own notes. Compliment, vulnerable, I'm nervous, this is new to me, I'm kind of freaking out, and that compliment, vulnerable, what was the third one?
Disqualify.
Disqualify, thank you. Compliment, vulnerable, disqualify. If you're not a prospect, Emily, don't worry about it. But here's one thing that would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me if you would be my customer just one time. It would mean the world to me if you would be my customer just one time. And let's say you have a product that's $80 or a 1 month supply is $100, $50, $20, $70, whatever. If you ask that close friend or family member to be a customer forever, we don't want to do that necessarily. We don't even know what you're selling. So it's too big of an ask to say, would you sign up on my autoship and be a customer for the rest of your life? As a family member, that's tough. But if you say to a friend, guess what most of marketing is, by the way? Most of marketing is just getting somebody to try something. That's all it is. If you see a commercial on television, they're just trying to get you to try it. That's all they're trying to do, get you to try it. If you like it, maybe you'll keep buying it. If you go to a restaurant, you're trying the restaurant. If you like it, you might go back. If you love it, you might refer a friend. If you don't like it, you're not going to go back, right? So let's take your keystone product and say, look, would you do me a favor? It would mean the world to me. Would you be one of my customers? Just short term. I'm not asking you to do it for forever. I'm just asking you to try it. I'm asking you to give it a shot. I'm asking you to see if this, give me your feedback on this product. It would mean the world to me. Whether it's $20, $50, $70, $80. All it is this much. Would you be my customer? So ask them to be a customer short term. And then when they agree, and they will agree, thank them. Say, I appreciate, again, compliment them. Thank you so much. Please give me your feedback on the product. Please let me know how you feel or how you look or how it works in your particular circumstance. Ask for feedback, okay? So 5 steps. And I wrote them down so my memory doesn't leave my mind. Compliment them, number 1. Number 2, be vulnerable. I'm nervous. This is new to me. Disqualify them as a distributor. Don't even worry about that. Ask them for their support and be a customer short term. Emphasize you're not asking them to be a customer for the rest of their lives. But one time, try it. Would you do that for me? Get the product and use it and give me some, and then finally ask them for some feedback. Those 5 simple steps will help you get support. And finally, you can ask one more step. One more thing I would ask you after you ask for feedback is, Emily, I've never been an entrepreneur before, or this is totally new. Will you encourage me? will you push me to do what I'm capable of doing? Would you every once in a while check in on me and make sure that I'm not losing focus and I've got my eye on the ball and I'm doing what I need to do? Would you do that for me? Would you be a kind of a business coach for me? And every once in a while call me and kick me in the butt and wake me up if I'm falling asleep? I'd really, really appreciate it. So you engage your family and close friends into this type of conversation, now it's completely different. Okay, so compliment, be vulnerable. I'm nervous, I'm scared. Disqualify them as a distributor prospect. Ask them to be a short-term customer. Encourage them to give you the feedback from the product. And then finally, ask them for their entrepreneurship support, entrepreneurial support. Ask them for that. Okay? So those are the 6 steps in a hot market approach. Now, one thing I have to say before I'm going to bring in our first super recruiter trainer, Jefferson Santos. Some of you are going to be asking, what do I do if I've already screwed it up with my close friends and family? Well, if I've already chased them all away? Here's what I would suggest that you do. Contact them, call them up and say, look, I want to apologize for coming on so hard and so strong and just assuming you're going to join because you're my best friend or you're my brother, or you're my sister, you're my parents or whatever. I apologize. I was excited. I shouldn't have pushed you so hard. So, and then disqualify them. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to bother you about the distributorship thing. If you see, at some point in the future, you see something, you have an interest, you can ask me. Because I do then go into compliment. I do appreciate you. And I am grateful for you in my life. And even though I'm not going to be pressuring you into becoming some distributor of mine, it still would mean the world to me if you would at least be a customer of mine. Would you do that for me? It's just $50, $30, it's $70. One time. And then consider your obligation, family obligation checked. You know how many sets of Cutco knives I've bought in my life from my nieces and nephews? You know how many? A ton. You know why? Because they said, hey, Uncle Eric, can I come over and show you these cool knives? And they're cool knives. So I end up buying. You know why I buy? Because I'm supporting my niece and nephew. If somebody knocks on my door and they're trying to sell something door to door, raise money for their high school football team or something, I'm giving them money for sure, just for the knock. They don't even have to give me anything. I don't need the sheet of coupons that I'm never going to use. I'm giving them $20. Here, kid. Well done, you. You faced your fear. You stepped out of your comfort zone and you knocked on a stranger's door. Good job. Well done. So same thing's going to happen inside of your friends and family. Even if you've been too aggressive and you come back and say, look, sorry. Thanksgiving won't be weird, I promise. I'm not going to do weird stuff around the holidays. Sorry, I passed out business cards at the funeral. Didn't mean to. Sorry, I was too excited. But I'm disqualify them as a prospect, compliment them on their place in your life, and ask them to be a customer. And if they agree to be a customer, ask them for the feedback, and then ask them for the entrepreneurial mentorship support to push you when you're not willing to push yourself. Okay? Got that? So this simple little process, make some little notes with this. One of the things I want you to do is take this approach and go to your close friends and family. Make a list of your hot market, the people who support you, your friends and your family. And I want you to use this approach to go see how many customers you can add with this approach, okay? This is a genius approach to build support, to build customer growth, to build volume, to build confidence in your network marketing experience. All right? So that's a little bit why I have to share. And again, if you've shared right now, we still have 50,000 people on live. If you've shared this, if you haven't shared it, share this live right now. If you do, you're going to be put into a drawing. We're giving away an iPad, iPad mini, an iPhone, 5 tickets to GoPro, and five $500 prizes at the end of today's training. But you have to have shared this live in order to be eligible for that training. So this next person who's going to train you, his name is Jefferson Santos. He has 622 personal recruits. Pretty good results, right? 622 personal recruits, over 1 million distributors on his team, over 2.5 million customers in his organization. If those results don't say something, I don't know what will, but he's going to train you on how not to find yourself. The name of the training is Don't Find Yourself Making These 11 Recruiting Mistakes. So he's going to help you set the stage. So Jefferson, the floor is yours.
Awesome, Eric. I appreciate it, my friend. That was amazing. And thank you for having me. What's up, everybody? God, this is like, I'm so excited right now because there's so many people that you guys are leveling up in 2020, wrapping up the end of the year, diving into this challenge. And I'm just really proud of you. I just want to honor each and every one of you for being here. Once again, thanks, Eric. So guys, I'm going to jump right into it. Just a little background on myself so we're not perfect strangers. My name is Jefferson Santos. I'm from the Dallas, Texas area. And I played football at the Naval Academy, played football there, also played football at Texas Christian University. So my background has always been around teamwork. And the crazy thing about that is being in sports is there's a lot of correlation in network marketing. And the thing is I was an okay athlete. I was pretty good. I was never the fastest kid or the smartest kid in class, but I always worked extra hard because I had to work harder just to kind of keep up with everybody. And when I was at the Naval Academy, we lost the games there. Most of our games we lost. The year I left there, they won a championship bowl game. So I didn't get the bowl ring. Now, for any young male that plays sports or female, whatever, you want to earn the championship ring, right? So I missed that. Then I transferred to Texas Christian University, played football there. We lost. The year I left there, they won a bowl game. So I missed the championship again. I missed the ring again. Okay, and I want to win, right? And so my mother tells me about network marketing. She invites me to this doctor's house, big old house. He's drawing circles on a whiteboard. I'm thinking, man, this looks like football. Maybe I could do this thing, right? Because I love the whole teamwork aspect. I had a lot of desire. I was very motivated, but I was very rough around the edges. I didn't have a lot of skill. And you're in the right place right now because you're learning about recruiting, which is one of the most important skills in this whole profession. And so literally, my first 2 years in network marketing, I only sponsored 3 people. That's it. Only 3 distributors in my first 2 years. And people go, well, how did you make it through that? Well, I just took it one step at a time. I took it one day at a time. I mean, one of the things that really kept me going is events. I mean, especially like the events like this and with GoPro coming up and the events that Eric puts on and the events that your company puts on. Those events got me, my belief in my faith carried me until my skill could catch up. Make sure you write that down. Your belief in your faith is going to carry you until your skill can catch up. And it took me a long time to develop my skills. As a matter of fact, it wasn't until about 8.5, almost 9 years into my network marketing career that I started having any kind of success. For my definition of success was making, at least $100,000 a year or more. And it took me about 9 years to get there. All right. I made, $30,000 in a year. I spent more than I made. But here's the thing, I invested in myself. I went to events. That's what kept me going another 30 days, another 60 days, another 90 days, until I could hit pay dirt, until I could just hit the vein of gold. And then there's some of you right now that you're frustrated and you got to this training today in hopes to hear the nugget. Guess what? You're going to hear a lot of nuggets. Okay, as a matter of fact, the problem is going to be picking one nugget and applying it. And that's the key thing you want to do today, tomorrow, for the next 7 days. Just pick 3 things and apply them. Then pick another 3 things and apply those. Don't try to apply everything at the same time. All right. And so basically, fast forward, about 15 years ago, got involved in an opportunity. One of my 7th one, because I made all these mistakes. And I'm with my current company for 15 years now. Obviously enrolling over 600, having over 1 million people on the team, business in 43 countries. It's been amazing. And I did get the ring, got the $1 million ring, all that good stuff. But all that comes to having conversations, talking to people, and all these 11 mistakes I'm about to talk about are everything that I did. And so some of the times you learn how to do something by learning how to not do it. For example, in basketball, when you're shooting the ball into the basket, you actually learn by missing, because you miss, and you go, you made it. Okay, then you get that muscle memory, and that's how that works. That's one of my angle here today on this. So let me jump in here and talk about these things. All right. So number one, the first mistake is not deciding to win. See, what you got to do today is you got to decide. You're going to learn the skill of network marketing. You're going to learn the skill of recruiting, and how to take someone from not knowing who you are or not knowing what the opportunity is to then moving them across the pipeline, because this is network marketing, not network one-time sale, right? We're bringing people through a funnel. We're bringing people through a conversation. So you got to decide to win. You got to decide, you know what, in 2020, it's been a crazy year, but I'm just, you know what, it's today. Today, I'm going to learn how to recruit, whether it kills me, I don't care. I'm going to do this thing. And you're going to finish this year strong starting today. You got to decide to do that. Stop messing around. All right. You're here, okay, in this event right now because you want to learn. So let's do it. Let's decide to do that. That's the first thing. You got to decide to do it. Cut off all the other possibilities and let's get after it. All right. Number two, here's the second mistake. Not knowing the cost of not recruiting. Not knowing the cost of not recruiting. Let me explain. Okay. In my head, because I had trouble recruiting, I had to do mental gymnastics to get myself to stick out my hand, to meet someone, to make a phone call, to text someone, to whatever. I had to go through mental gymnastics in my head. I don't know about you. Let me speak for myself. So what I did is, and Tony Robbins talks about this, yet people do things for pleasure, to gain pleasure or to avoid pain, right? And the biggest motivator is to avoid pain. So what I did in my head is I go, okay, if I don't talk to people, then I don't have anybody to talk to. And I don't have anybody to talk to, I can't do a presentation. If I can't do a presentation, then I can't make a sale. If I can't make a sale, I can't make any money. If I can't make any money, then I'm gonna starve. And then if I can't make any money, I'm gonna be homeless. And then I can't eat, and I'm gonna die. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but that's what I had to do. I had to link pain to not recruiting. I had to link pain to not doing the activity. And so some of our one of the mistakes here is you're not linking the pain to not doing the activity. We might be motivated and you want that Ferrari, you want the big house, or you want to travel or do whatever. That's desire. All of us have desire, but did you link the pain to not doing the activity? Because what's the alternative? What's the alternative? You're in a business, you have an amazing opportunity, you have a chance to change your life, change your family's life, change other people's lives, and you don't want to talk to people? And you don't want to figure it out? I know I'm preaching to the choir right now, but you know what I'm saying? It's linking the pain to not doing the activity, because that's going to motivate you even more. I know it sounds weird, but I'm weird, and that's how that works. All right. So third thing, not doing a proper phone dump. Okay. Not doing a proper phone dump. I'm talking about taking everybody in your phone, printing out your Facebook list, and just writing it down in a spiral. There's something that happens when you take your brain with ink and paper and you start writing it down, people's names, other names start popping in. Oh yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so. And don't prejudge, right? So do that proper phone dump. And if you haven't really done it, it's time to do it. Remember, you decided to be a great recruiter, didn't you? Here we go. Number 4. The fourth mistake is not blocking enough time, not blocking time to recruit. It's not just going to happen when you have extra time. Time is a vacuum. Write that down. Time is a vacuum. If you don't schedule it, it doesn't get done. If I parachuted into your calendar right now, would I see the time you blocked to actually recruit? Now, I know there's another school of thought, and I do this too, is as I go out and I meet people, yeah, I have conversations and I recruit, I do that too. But I'm talking about dedicated block time every single day, like a professional, okay? Because this is Go Pro, this is professional, right? So how do you spend your time? I spend my time, and here's the rule of thumb. 80% of your time needs to be, of the time that you work, let's say you work 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week in your business, whatever that is. 80% of that, prospecting and recruiting, okay? 19% training, learning, watching the videos, watching Eric's courses, watching your uplines videos, and getting training. 1% problem solving. All right. Some of us have it flipped, where we're 80% problem solving, 90% training, and we flipped it. Okay. So 80% focused on recruiting. Okay. Number 5, fifth mistake, saying too much. Here's what I did. I would talk to people into it, out of it, back into it, and out of it in the same conversation. If anybody's done that before, write 10 on there, right? But put 10 in the comments, or saying too much or something. I've done that too, right? Because we get excited as human beings, we get excited and we want to talk about it. We want to get excited. We want to tell people about it. And so what happens is we start to present to people when we really should be just piquing their interest and finding out if they're open. Okay. And what's happening too is when you talk too much, you sound desperate. You don't want to sound desperate. You know, recruiting is just like dating. Okay. If you go out there and, you know, from a guy's perspective, because I'm a guy, and you're trying to date a girl and you're like, you start telling her about your whole resume and all these things. And yeah, I'm going to get this house and I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden you sound desperate. Okay. And so when you go to the movies or you watch a movie trailer on YouTube or whatever on TV, movie trailer is 60 seconds, not 3 hours. Right. So don't make that mistake. I made it several times because I got excited, and that's okay. But it's not okay because I just told you how. Don't do that. Keep it short. Number sixth mistake. There's no setup. There's no setup to take down the sales wall. Let me flesh that out. Eric kind of did a version of that. Okay. And once again, there's going to be iterations that you hear from all these multiple 7-figure earners and top recruiters here over the next 7 days. Is if I'm going to show you a video online, okay, and let's say I'm talking to Ricky or something, my buddy Ricky, like, hey, Ricky, what's up, man? Hey, listen, remember that thing I told you about? Okay, listen, pull up your computer real quick. I want you to type this in. I give him the link, okay? And then what I do is it's called the 3-step setup, okay? It's similar to what Eric was talking about, but this is in a different context, okay? Because some of you have sizzle videos, which are 1-minute videos that are teaser videos. Or what do you say to someone before you show them the video? This is what I say. I tell them 3 things. Number 1, my situation, which, yes, I'm vulnerable and I'm authentic in my situation, which is my why. The second step is I'm all in. And the third step is the takeaway. My why, I'm all in, and then the takeaway. Let me show you how that sounds. So I'm talking to Ricky. Hey, Ricky, dude, listen, appreciate you meeting with me and pulling this up. Hey, before I have you watch this, listen, you know my situation. I'm going to do this before I did network marketing. So my why, step number 1, my situation, man. You know, I've been selling advertising for that magazine for the last 4 years. It's been amazing. It's put food on the table. I'm grateful for it. But I'm maxed out. No matter how many more hours I work there, I can't make any more money. So I've been looking for something. I've been praying for something fell in my lap. Or a buddy of mine told me about this. I'm all in on it. Listen, this is going to be the biggest thing I've ever done in my life, but I don't know if it's for you or not. I have no idea. So let me pause for a second. Number 1, I let them know my situation. I let them know my scars. Like, because here's the thing, we don't want to be salespeople and like, life's hunky-dory, life is great, we're great, we're all going to be rich. No, it's like, hey, buddy, we're friends, right? Let me tell you what's happening. Here's what's happening in my job. I've been looking for something and I found it. Now, here's the key thing. When I turn to the second step, which is I'm all in, they need to know that I'm all in, that I'm not just putting my toes in the water. I'm like, I'm all in on this thing. They're almost scared not to join me because I'm so excited. Okay, but immediately step 3 is I go, but I don't know if it's for you or not. I literally will shrug my shoulders if I'm on a Zoom call or if I'm in there physically. I want them to see me. Even if they don't see me, I'm shrugging my shoulders. I don't know if it's for you or not. Okay, so listen, let me go back and then I'm going to wrap it up on these 3 steps. So this is the context here is I'm about to show them a video. Okay, about to show Ricky a video. Say, listen, man, you know my situation. I've been selling advertising for that magazine. It's been great, but I'm maxed out over there. I mean, no matter how many hours I work, I can't make any more money. So I've been looking for something for about 6 months. I found it. I'm all in on it, but I don't know if it's for you or not. And so that's what I say. And now, right before he presses play, or right before I say, listen, I just didn't want you mad at me. Listen, I'm going to call you back in about 20 minutes. Listen, I just didn't want you mad at me if you didn't know what I was up to. All right? Cool? All right, I'll call you in 20. Click or hang up the Zoom or whatever, right? And so it's important that I took down the sales wall. I'm being real, right? Exactly what Eric was talking about. The second step was I'm all in. I'm going to go crush this thing, but I don't know if it's for you or not. I quickly went to step 3, which is the takeaway, right? Which is I don't know if it's for you or not. And if I know them, obviously it doesn't work with the people that you don't know too well. The people I know really well, I go, listen, I add this extra thing, like I just said. Listen, I just didn't want you mad at me if I was doing something like this and I didn't tell you. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to call you back in 20. Either way is fine with me. If you like it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. It's important to let them know that it's okay to say no. Because if you don't say what I just said, what's going to happen is in their head, they're going to be thinking about, oh man, I gotta think of an excuse of what to say to them, why I don't want to sign up. Like that's what they're thinking in their head. Or they're going to be part of the witness protection program, and they're going to disappear, and you're going to text them, and you're going to call them, and then they literally ghosted you, right? Which has happened to me too, because I didn't do the setup right. Okay, I let them know what was happening in my life. I let them know that I'm freaking doing this with or without them, and I also let them know I don't know if it's for them or not. And I said, listen, I didn't want you mad at me if I didn't tell you what I was doing. Cool? All right. Bam. So that's that. That is the setup. That takes down the sales wall. Make sure you do that. Drill, do this for 5 minutes a day with your team or some teammates and drill that before you start showing people the video. I'm telling you, you're going to be like instead of shooting a shotgun, you're going to be like a sniper. You're going to be able to recruit people at will because you're setting that up. And what happens also psychologically in their head is, wait a second, I can do that. See, we're recruiting and we're training people on how to recruit, on how we recruit them. Does that make sense? Our prospect is looking at us, determining whether or not they want to do what we're doing. So if we're doing all this crazy circus crap and all this stuff, they're going to think it's hokey and they're not going to want to jump on board. When you do something really simple like this, they're going to be like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Versus, oh man, this is going to be awesome. We're going to get rich. You got to do this thing with me. They're going to be like, dude, hold on. Right? But if you say, I don't know if it's for you or not, that makes them lean in. That makes them go, oh, all right, let me see it's for me or not. All right? Okay, seventh mistake, not giving them an out. Okay, I kind of touched on this on number 6, so this will be real quick. But listen, I don't know if this is for you or not. This may be your fit. This may not be a fit. Okay, I found something online I can make some money with. I thought about you, but I don't know if it's for you or not. Also, if you forget anything, just make sure you say, I don't know if it's a fit for you or not. I don't know if it'll be for you or not. If you say stuff like that, I'm telling you, it just takes down that wall and it makes things so much more professional and not, spammy, sleazy, salesy. All right. Number eight, you expect everyone to sign up. Now, half my brain, I think everybody in the world should be in network marketing at some sort, right? That's what we all think, right? But the other half of my brain is, listen, I'm looking and I'm going to be exposing the business and the product to people because they're either going to come on board or they're going to lead me to someone that came on board. Guys, I'm going to save you 7 years of heartache right now. When I made my list of 200 back in the day and I redo my list all the time, I thought that those 200 people on my list were supposed to sign up. And it literally ate my lunch because I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? But listen, if you have the mindset of, I'm going to expose the 200 people to what I'm doing, it's up to them or not if they're going to sign on, but they're going to lead me to someone that's going to do this. That was my mindset. So I was all about going through the nose, right? Well, I'll talk about that in a second, the nose here in just a second. Number 9, one size does not fit all. Okay, one approach is not going to go for everybody. We know there's people with different personalities. Some of us, we learn the colors. Red personalities are type A, they're drivers, and blue personalities are all about the fun. Green personalities are all about organization and systems and those kinds of things. And yellow personalities are all about helping people, right? And with their life and income and all that. And so when you approach someone, especially somebody that approach them based on kind of their personality. So if they're a type A and they're a driver, say, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time. Listen, I found a way we can make a ton of money together, but I don't know if it's for you or not. But if you're open, hit me back. And so it's real quick, especially if you're on a phone call, if you're doing a voice note or something, it's quick cadence. It's big money. But listen, I don't know if it's for you or not. Make sure you always do that sort of thing in the approach. For a blue personality, it's going to be the fun. Dude, I found a project that is freaking a blast. We are going to have a blast doing this. I don't know if it's for you or not, man, but you got to check this thing out. It's those types of things, right? I found a way we can help a lot of people. I found a product we can help a lot of people. Hey, check this out. Let's get together. I don't know if it's for you or not, but I found a way that we could probably help a lot of people. The word help, right? And then obviously with the green personalities, listen, I found a system. Or I found an algorithm. It could be that, right? I found a system that we can make money online. I don't know if it's for you or not, but if you're open to it, let's sit down. Okay, making sense is those green personalities. All right, number 10, the 10th mistake, not tracking your nose. Listen, yes, of course we want everybody to sign on. We think this is the best thing since sliced bread, right? But we have to track the nose because I'm telling you, the no's are worth something. All right, there's an amazing book called Go for No. And it's about tracking your nose. So make sure you do that. I didn't track my nose at first. Every no is going to lead you to a yes. You've heard this before, okay? The yeses, of course, they're going to make you money, but the no's can make you more money, because if you track and focus on that, okay, 3 out of 10 people might say yes. The other 7 might say no. Okay, no means not right now. No means it's not the right timing. That's totally cool. Stick your foot in the door and make sure that you say something to follow up. And when somebody tells me no, here's what I say. I'll go, hey, listen, no problem. Do you mind if I keep you updated? Is that cool? Oh, yeah, sure. What's up? So listen, every time your company has a convention, new announcement, new product, new something, guess what? You give them an update. Hey, man, just want to give you a quick update, da-da-da-da-da-da. On a little voice note, on a little video when you're on the beach or whatever. It gives you a little foot in the door to be able to follow up with them later on, even though if they're a no. Okay, but track your no's. Make sure you do that, because if you're trying to get 100 no's in the next 30 days, let's get 100 no's in the next 7 days. Why not we just do that? Okay, because I'm telling you, you're going to get some yeses. And if you're focused on the no's, you're going to get some yeses. Number 11th mistake, not following up. Listen, this is not network one-time sales, network marketing. Okay, I want you to write this down. Here's what our job is right now. Expose, involve, and upgrade. What are we doing? We're exposing people to our opportunity or our product. We're involving them, giving them a sample, maybe dropping them in a Facebook group, an ATM method, add tag message, right? And they're seeing the stories and stuff. And then they're going to upgrade. They're going to upgrade and become a customer and buy product. They're going to go from a customer and upgrade to become a distributor. They might be a distributor and become someone that starts to rank up. We're always doing this, not just bringing people on board, but also we're bringing people through the ranks in our companies. And last but not least, a little bonus one is not using. The 12th mistake, you got to use third-party validation, whether it's your upline, crossline, a third-party video. Eric's got some amazing videos about network marketing, using third-party to help you. That's important. Don't be the cowboy or the cowgirl and try to, be the Lone Ranger and do it yourself. This is teamwork, right? That's how you get wealthy. Wealth building is a team sport. Guys, with Think and Grow Rich and How to Win Friends and Influence People, these amazing books that are out there, wealth building is a team sport, and network marketing is an amazing industry to help us do that, because it's not just one of us, it's all of us. And guys, my time is up. And Eric, I appreciate you having me hop on here. I had a ton of more stuff. Maybe we'll do another session sometime.
Yeah, we'll have to do it.
And
we'll do another one for sure. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. It's like you just put a 3-hour training into 20 minutes. Thank you for doing it as fast as you can. Just so you know, while you were talking, I asked our production team to take your 12 points and turn it into a little infographic that we're going to put inside of the challenge group. And we'll put it in announcements so everybody has that. Also, if you want to get, if this is just a lot, you're trying to get all this down, or you're catching little pieces of this, if you want to get recordings of this entire week, so you just own it, you can go through it as many times as you want. It's GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/recordings, and you can get it there. GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/recordings. Now, also, I will tell you, Jefferson has agreed to offer up a 1-hour private coaching session for one lucky challenge attendee. You're going to find out how you can get that coaching session from Jefferson later on during the challenge, but I just want you to know that's going to be on the table. Next person, dear friend, this young lady has 828 personal recruits in her career, over 250,000 distributors on her team, over 450,000 customers. She's going to teach you how to gain attention and to start conversations now. Please welcome to the Recruiting Challenge, Miss Emily Vavra. Emily, hit it.
Hey, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you. Let's roll. If you're ready, say I'm ready in the comments. If you want to learn right now how to get your first sign up, how to get your 20th sign up, how to get out of a slump, let's go. Like Eric said, I've been in this industry for a decade. I started when I was 23 years old, and I at the time had about 900 Facebook friends, and they were all my high school friends or coworkers. So I had to really learn how to create engagement on social media, how to talk to people, right? All the skills that I'm going to teach you here today. But I will tell you, when it comes to recruiting, there is, yes, a tremendous amount of skill, but we got to back up the train for a hot second. I got to teach you that you got to manage your energy. And you got to take control of your energy when you go into conversations with other people, when you start reaching out to people, when you start recruiting, when you're out there walking your dog, when you're doing life, when you're at the restaurant. You have to take control of your energy. You are energy. Okay. And so the very first thing before I do anything, okay, before I go to recruit, work my list, do my IPAs, income producing activities, okay, I play music. I jump up and down. And if we had more time, I would have had a whole session with you of us just raging. Okay. Because what that does is it puts you in an amazing state. Because a lot of you are working full-time jobs. You have a baby on your hip, you know, you have kids homeschooling in the corner, right? Your life looks crazy at times. Does it? If it does, say it does, right? Let's just all admit that. And so when we go to start recruiting and serving and connecting, we got to get our energy right, okay? And your frequency will dictate whether or not you enroll someone in the next 7 days or 20 people or whatever your goal is. So check your frequency. That's what I do constantly. Okay, how you show up in life, it matters the success you have. So if you go to recruit someone and you're like complaining about what's going on in your life or your energy is low, people can feel that. People can feel that. Okay. So what I do and what I did in the beginning, I did my affirmations and I still do this. I am a recruiting machine. So say that I am a recruiting machine. Okay. Everything in my life is coming to me right now. I'm constantly speaking this out. I'm constantly speaking this out. I'm the boss. I'm going to bless someone today. And if you believe it, you'll get it. Okay. God will meet you at your level of expectation every single time. So what do you expect? Because in a minute here, I'm going to give you, something to do on social media. I'm going to get you in the game. If you want to get in the game, comment below, I want to get in the game, because I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a minute. But you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to, be energetic about it. Maybe not screaming, but you got to feel it inside of you that you truly have something that can bless someone else's life. Okay? And what I hope you get from these next 7 days is you start to have more and more and more conversations than you've ever had in your life. Because when I talk to people out there trying to do network marketing, most of the time I have found that they just don't have a large enough sample size. You're talking to the same 5, 10 people over and over again. And what we're going to help you do in these next 7 days is increase the amount of conversations you have. So that way you can learn how to properly connect with someone, build a relationship, and get them to take a look at your product or service. Okay. And when you start to increase your sample size, you're going to find that this is truly a numbers game. People are not numbers, but it is a numbers game. And it's going to allow you to actually get a win. People with lots of exposures win, okay? That's just how this goes. People with large exposures win. So we need to get more conversations going. And then what you'll find is you start having more meetings, because this whole objective is not to have you sit on social media all day. The whole objective is to get you doing meetings this week. And what you'll find, you do 8 meetings, 12 meetings, 15 meetings, and everything from your head starts to go to your heart, and you realize the gift we have here in network marketing that people all around the world are praying for right now more than ever. Before we dive in, I just want to share this with you. You cannot care what other people think. I talk to people every single day that want this so bad. You have huge goals, huge dreams. But when it comes to prospecting, recruiting, you're so afraid to send that message because you make it all about yourself. Stop giving people the power to emotionally affect you. You get sad because someone doesn't write you back. Okay, you feel like a failure. Guys, the only approval I need is from myself and my own personal integrity and God's. That is it. Okay, and I want you to have that mindset when you're recruiting. Jefferson said it, this may or may not be for everybody, and that is A-okay. But if you're addicted to other people's approval, you will never be a 7-figure earner, and you will never make the impact that you're born to make. If you're emotionally dependent on other people's approval, that is a limiting belief, and we got to change that. So I'm going to get you in the game right now. We're going to take some daily massive action. We're going to take some massive action right now. So what I want you to do, think about your business. Okay, maybe you sell a hair product, makeup, maybe you sell a service. Okay, you help people learn about financial literacy. Okay, maybe you sell a nutrition product, right? There's all these great things we do. Okay, I want you to think about something you're excited about around your company, around your business. Okay, let me throw ideas at you. You could have got paid this week. Who got paid this week in their network marketing business? Okay, maybe your side hustle is paying your mortgage. Maybe you helped someone pay their mortgage. Maybe you helped 2 people gain more mental clarity. Maybe you helped someone on your team, finally get out of a rut in their life. Maybe you had a transformation on your product. Okay, maybe you have more confidence now because you've released 10 pounds, right? I'm giving you all sorts of ideas that you could be excited about. Maybe you finally found a community that is helping you raise your game in your life. So what I want you to do now, as we think of this, I want to see this in the comment. What is something positive that has happened in your life because you've joined your network marketing company? Think about it specific. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on Facebook right now, okay? And we're going to post it. And I don't want a novel. I'm sorry. Nobody cares. Okay? I want in this little box, you know how on Facebook you can do the little box text? I want a couple sentences. That's it. Okay, make it whatever cute color you want, and we're gonna get some traction. Okay, I have hope now. I'm reading some of these beautiful comments. Keep them coming. Okay, I want to see more specific. If it's something around your product, okay, and if you really want to attract business, I recommend having it be more of a business post. You can do the same thing on Instagram, LinkedIn, okay? And so what this does, okay, we got a 40-pound weight loss, you've grown personally, new leadership skills, maybe you have learned more in this business than you did from, your college degree. Oh, that's a bold statement. Okay. So whatever it is, I want you to post something. And some of you, this is kind of difficult for you because you never brag about yourself and you feel like this is a little bit like, oh man, I'm not sure. But a lot of you are in a secret business as well. And nobody knows that you have something that could change their life. So I want you to post this, gain traction. And if you're in each other's companies, go like, love, comment, support each other. Okay. And now we take it a step further. After we do this post, anybody who likes it, loves it, okay, anybody who comments on it, we're sliding into the DMs. We're sending them a private message. And we're saying, hey, Jefferson, thank you so much for your comment on my post. It means the world to me. How is everything going? You start a conversation with them. You don't, okay, I know Jefferson just talked about what you don't do. You don't send them a mass message, including all your links and your product videos and inviting them to a webinar and Zoom. You don't do that. That's amateur hour. If you want to be a professional, okay, you build the relationship. How are you? Okay, and you start that conversation. And for every single person watching this, every single connection you have with a human is going to look different because some people, you work out with them, you see them all the time. Some people are complete strangers. So what I want you to do with every single person you connect to, okay, whether you're doing reach outs on Instagram, Facebook, doesn't matter. I want you to go to their Facebook page and look at their life, what is going on. Because some people, when they have, when we're recruiting, I have found that your brain is so transactional. And as much as I love that, you guys, if you want to connect to somebody, you have to know who the heck you're talking to. So go to their page and look at them. Okay, look at who they are. I might go to someone on Instagram and, I'll use my friend April as an example before she was on the team. Okay. She's positive. I can tell she posts positive quotes. Can't really tell. I don't think she doesn't do a business. She's just a positive woman. She very much is passionate about her 3 girls. You can tell she's been married a long time and her husband's relationship is high value to her. She loves working out. You can just see all this. Okay. So when I would reach out to her, like Eric said, like Jefferson said, I would pay a compliment. Okay. And so this might be kind of a cold reach out. Let's say I have no idea who she is other than, Facebook or Instagram stalking, which we all do. Okay. I would say, something like this. Hey, April. Hi, this is Emily. You may not know who I am, but I couldn't help but come across your page. You seem so positive. You have so much life. I love your beautiful girls. I know this is kind of forward, but as I was looking at your page, I feel you would be exceptionally good at what I do. Would you be open to connecting for 10 minutes? That's it. That's a stranger. Okay? That's a stranger approach. Okay, so that's a great way to do a reach out. Compliment. It may or may not be for you. If I would you, inviting them. That's a cold approach. Now I'm throwing examples. If you like examples, let me know, because I'm throwing examples. I'm going to give you an example of a woman that I work out with on Sundays. Okay, her husband is extremely wealthy. I live here in Southern California. It's entertainment, friends that I hang out with at times, and she doesn't have anything going on in her life. Her husband crushes it. And I can tell, okay, when I see her, she is vibrant, she's beautiful, but she seems a little bored. Okay, so her name's Julie. Okay, so if I'm gonna do a reach out now to Julie, I might say something like, hey, Julie, it was great to see you in Malibu a couple weeks ago. I just wanna say I love, seeing you and connecting with you. And I've never ever shared with you what I do for a living, but I couldn't help but think you would be very good at it. Would you be open to going to coffee sometime soon so I can share more? That's it. I didn't spam her with, we have these products and this many herbs and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I didn't go into vivid detail. I literally connected. And this is how I get so many meetings. And this is how, I get people to actually take a look at what we do, because I set it up correctly. Okay. If that's making sense, let me know if that's making sense. Okay. And then, once I get the dialogue going, of course I send a video. Of course I use tools. Of course that's how I duplicate. But initially, I love to connect. And what I recommend doing is sending, if you're doing this on social or text or whatever, send a voice message. And this is why it's so wildly important to get in the right state before you do. Send a message, let them hear your voice, okay? And that conviction in your voice. And just ask them simply, would you be open? Would you come to coffee, right? I want you guys to think about right now, who do you know that's lost a job? Who do you know, in the personal training industry that my gym is still not open in Southern California. It's crazy. I have so many friends whose paychecks have been cut in half. We as a profession, we gotta go out there and talk to these people. Hey, I heard what happened with your husband, Jeff. I hope everything is okay. I would be honored if you guys would just be open and sit with me for a few minutes. I've helped other people like you before. Connect to people. Figure out what's going on in their life. Before you message someone, see, what is it? Did they just have a baby? Did they just get married? Did they just move? Social media tells a lot of the surface level stuff, but as soon as we get in the conversations, that's where the deep dive is. And it's in those conversations when you set up the meeting, okay, and really quickly, as we get these combos going, if you did your post and you have conversations going, we got to set up the meeting. Okay. If you don't set up the meeting, it's flat. Okay. So I want you to set it up. Hey, I would, and here's a tip, because some people love to just play on social media all day. Okay. So I would say, hey, I would love to chat with you more about this. However, I feel it's best just to set up a call. I have 4 o'clock available or 8 o'clock, which works for you. Get them on the phone, get them on Zoom. If you're new, okay, maybe you have a Zoom opportunity presentation going on, drive it to the tool, hey, we have a private meeting going on tonight. I have 2 spots available. I would love for you to take a look, and then afterwards we can connect. Okay, so there's other ways you can do it. All my new people, they drive to my tool. They drive, and then we do a 3-way call. Okay? In those meetings though, and when we go to sign up, when we go to talk to people, the first 15 minutes for me, and this is what I do, and I've been making 7 figures for a long time. I first connect with them. And this is an art that I don't know where people are losing it. But you gotta look at someone in the eyes and say, what's going on in your life? What are you doing for work? Do you love what you do? How do you feel? You know, maybe you offer a service that can alleviate some financial stress for people, right? How do you feel? How does that make you feel? How long has it been like that? And just ask people questions. And then one of the best tips I can give you, if you want to hear one of the best tips, comment below, I want to hear it, because you better be listening. Better be listening, okay? Look them dead in the eyes. Maybe your presentation isn't going that well and you feel like they're not going to sign up. Maybe you're feeling like, I don't know, do they like this? Ask them, if you continue doing, Brian, what you're currently doing, where will you be in 5 years? And just take a sip of water. Just let them, where will you be? And that, my friends, is a kick in the pants for people. Because most people don't ever have somebody look into their soul and say, hey, are you living life on purpose? Are you doing all you can for your family? They don't get those conversations. You have to be the one to bring it. You've got to be the one to ask. And that's how you get people to take a look at your compensation plan. That's how you get people to be committed to a 5-year journey minimum with your company. That's how you get people locked in. And then uncovering all the reasons why they could do this. And if somebody's not going to do it, it's okay. But don't walk away from a situation without extending your hand, asking if you can keep them up to date with how it's going for you, still cheering them on in their life. Just because they say no doesn't mean we got to X them out. Okay? I'm signing up someone this week I talked to 10 years ago. If I would have been a total you-know-what to her, do you think she would have come back 10 years later? No. You love people. That's what we're called to do in this world. But if someone says no, okay, what I want you to do is say, it's okay if it's not for you. But I'm looking for somebody who has a burning desire to create change in their life. I'm looking. If you know anybody who has leadership skills, they're a winner, has a burning desire, can you please send them to me? Can you do the intro? In fact, can you do it right now? They may say, yeah, actually my sister's super positive. She's Patty positive. Okay, great. Link me up with Patty positive, you know? And that, you guys, that's how you build that list, and that's how you build that pool, and that's how you build it and build it and build it. And it's only a matter of time. But don't be the lazy man or the lazy girl that just spam suicides everybody. Please connect. Why did you think of this person? Why? Connect to them and get it going. And I'll leave you with this. Remember that you are in charge of your future. You're in charge of your state every single day. It's nobody else's fault for your inaction. It's nobody else's fault. You got to take charge. You got to literally go to work on your mindset, your heart every single day, so you can show up and be the leader that I know that you are. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Do your posts and hopefully you get some traction. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Emily. Amazing value, unbelievable. And yeah, if you're not getting value from this, I think it's just pretty hard to not get value from this. So between Jefferson and Emily, an unbelievable job, and we're just warming up, ladies and gentlemen. And again, in a moment, we've got a gentleman that's going to be joining us. His name is Trent Shelton, and unbelievable powerhouse of an individual to help you with the mind game necessary to go to the top inside of our business. But before I do that, let me just tell you, the link that I gave you before didn't work. Obviously, many of you figured that out on the lifetime access on the recordings. So throw that slide up, please. Here's the accurate link. Got it. It's GoProRecruitingChallenge.com/lifetime-access. Take a photo of that, take a screenshot of that, and then you'll be able to get access to all of this. Really smart to be able to do. So, say, Pete, do we have Trent? Are we ready to go? You're muted, brother. Pete, can you hear me? Hello, hello. I understand.
Hey, Eric, it's Brooke here. I'm just
Hey.
going to respond on behalf of Pete. I think Trent's joining us. I know he's having some technical difficulties.
Okay. Well, I'll give people some more information while we're waiting for him. Somebody
All
just
right,
give me a
sounds
thumbs up.
good.
Thumbs up when he's on. First of all, there's resources inside of the GoPro Recruiting Challenge page that I want you to pay attention to. If you look under announcements, there's 3 in particular that I want you to pay attention to. One is a documentary film about network marketing called The Rise of the Entrepreneur. We put it into this challenge for free for you to be able to access, and I want that to help you build your belief into this profession, let you understand the power of what you're involved in. So watch that, absorb that information, and that will help you. Number 2 is we have a 7-day recruiting challenge list builder document that you can download. That's also in the announcements. You download this. This will help you identify more prospects and build a comprehensive list. I've seen lots of people inside of this challenge turn this into their own little workbook and their own little prospecting guide, print extra pages for their prospects so they have a tracking guide to be able to see where they're at with that. Third thing I would tell you, you're going to hear a lot about social media over the course of this week. Third thing I will tell you is we have a social media posting calendar that will give you ideas on what to post every day for the next 365 days. This is all in like an Excel document that you can download, and it'll show you holidays, weekly engagement questions, weekly live video topics, weekly quotes, weekly self-promotion ideas, gratitude ideas, the real you ideas, something you've learned ideas, reposts, ask me a question, and favorite things ideas. So these types of things will help you get more engagement inside of your social media group. And if you're sometimes you struggle with creativity, like I do, this will help you. Sometimes you just need a little trigger, something to be able to say, oh, hey, it's time to go. So both of these documents are in the announcements, and the Rise of the Entrepreneur documentary is also there for you to be able to work with. Have any update where Trent's at? Is he getting on yet? Brooke, do we know what's happening?
Hey, Eric, we are working on it. So if anybody follows Trent, you'll see that his mom's been having some medical issues. She has cancer.
Okay.
I don't know if there might have been a hold up there, but we are definitely working on it for everyone.
No worries, no worries. Just let me know. I'm going to keep moving because I can train all day.
You keep moving, and I will jump in, and I will do it in a nice, unrude way for you when he comes.
Yes, no problem. Let me give you. Is Jesse Lee in the backstage? Jesse Lee, if you're watching, can you jump in the backstage? Oh, she has to have the link? Never mind. I'll just say it. Emily gave you one thing to post today. I want to give you another thing to post. This came from Jesse Lee Ward, okay? This is part of the assignment for today. It's a simple assignment. It's not going to scare you. Every single one of you can do this, okay? But you have to do it in the next 24 hours. You have to post this on your personal social media, but I want you to also post it inside of the challenge group so everybody can see it, okay? So here's the post. I want you to pull out your phone. I want you to put 3 fingers up. And however you want to do your 3 fingers. 3 fingers like this, 3 fingers like this, 3 fingers like this, like this, like this. You pick how you want to do it. Get creative. Take a picture with the 3 fingers up and post that on your social and ask the following question. What 3 things do you think of when you think of me? Just ask your friends and whoever's following you on social. Hey, do me a favor. What 3 things do you think of when you think of me? Okay? 3 fingers, take the photo, put it up there, and especially for Tom Chenault, because I know he loves challenges. I love giving Tom a hard time. It's just he gets overwhelmed with the challenges, but Denise will make him do it, which is great. It's awesome. So 3 things, I want you to post that into the comments. And also, at the end of this, either we're going to get on Trent